There's a good chance we may be saying goodbye to temps in the 90s this week, but thanks for saying hello to another Explore Tulsa. So let's start the show with thousands of people pitching in to help Tulsans.
Then we'll take a peek at where Tulsans will be hanging out.
Followed by Pet Therapy.
Plus stacking the deck.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. As always, we are so appreciative that you stop in to spend time with us each week on Explore Tulsa.
In 1887, a Denver woman, a priest, 2 ministers, and a rabbi.
Wait a minute, this sounds like another one of your bad jokes.
No, honestly, that's how United Way started. Those 5 people recognized a need to rally others together to help people on hard times. They raised the funds, the assistance, and welfare that they were going to need.
127 years later, over 5,500 Tulsans volunteered to take on fundraising efforts, as well as spend an entire day working on over 400 projects around Tulsa for the United Way's annual Day of Caring.
That's where we found Regional Director of Logan's Roadhouse, Eric Drescher, beefing up efforts for Logan's Raise the Stakes fundraisers by pitching in to help the United Way reach its new goal of just over $26 million.
The United Way was my very first volunteer job. When I was out of school and started my career in banking, the bank president said, "We need help with the United Way," and I didn't even know what it was. I had no idea, but I thought, well, if the bank president wants volunteers, it's probably a good thing to volunteer, and I just got hooked, and I just was a volunteer, my entire professional career. And then 7 years ago, joined the United Way as the CEO. So my journey's been one that's been as a volunteer and then ultimately being able to lead this incredible organization. This is really the visible face of the United Way campaign. This morning, launching, having the Trailblazers, give the report, all the work that happens throughout today, and then this evening being able to, at halftime at the Broken Arrow Wasso game, be able to announce to the entire community, here's what we're going to do, here's what we need to do, jump on board, help us.
We actually had a great relationship with the United Way through a personal relationship, and my wife works with an affiliate of the United Way, so that's how our connection came together. And so she gave me the information for Mark, and then off we went, and we found out that they were going to have this Day of Caring, and they have a blackout period, and we thought, well, what a great opportunity for us as Logan's Roadhouse to provide support for them in a time that they have and they can't raise funds other ways.
The Day of Caring is bringing 5,500 residents that are volunteering their time to help this community, and we've broken 3 records today. 5,500 is the largest we've ever had in our 23 years. We've got 400 projects that are going to be happening throughout the community. 150 companies have jumped in to say today's important for our community.
It's great to see Tulsa come out and give back to Tulsa, and this is a community that really loves to support itself, and everyone had energy and enthusiasm today, lots of smiles, excited to go and support the needs of the community.
Oh my gosh, the projects are all over the community. We have a lot in this Kendall Whittier neighborhood, which is where we launched this morning, but it's everything that you can imagine, from cleaning up, trimming, painting, reading to kids, working with seniors. Just literally there's a project for anybody's level of interest and their abilities. And so we've got, like I said, 5,500 people that are hard at work today.
We do emergency food pantry and community gardens. And our previous community garden is right next to Kendall Whittier Elementary and Kendall Whittier Educare. And just a few months ago, starting in February of 2014, a woman called me. She'd contacted us through Kendall Whittier Main Street and asked if we would like this piece of property. She knew we did community gardens, and her great-grandmother's property had been sitting here empty for decades. And we're right behind Circle Cinema, and we thought this is a great opportunity to do a traditional community garden where we can involve the neighbors, have them come over and adopt a plot and grow their own fruits and vegetables. It's a good community hub where people can get to know each other, network, and also share in the fruits of their labor.
It's universal. Volunteers finish the Day of Caring, and they always say, I feel I got so much more than I feel like I really gave. And the reality is they did get a ton, and the agencies received so much help. We put a pencil to the value of this and of the volunteers and what's happening today. The labor alone is $750,000 of free labor that was given to the nonprofit community today.
Those ladies were getting after it fixing that yard. I need them to stop by my place and do some beautification.
I think they'd rather stop in at Logan's Roadhouse each Wednesday night to have a great meal and donate 15% of their dining ticket to the United Way through Logan's Roadhouse's Raise the Stakes fundraisers.
Steak does sound pretty good, but I have an appointment at Parkside Psychiatric Hospital
Oh, well,
first.
I'm glad to see that you finally realized you need some help.
No, I'm going because I like the turtles and the other pets they let me play with.
Yeah, that's where Peggy Kelley incorporates pets to help with her therapy sessions. And we'll learn all about it next when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Ever since the first movie theaters opened in the early 1900s, man has been trying everything to bring that same experience home to enjoy with their families. And for more than 30 years, Video Revolution and their home entertainment experts have been making those dreams come true by designing custom home theater solutions for both in and outdoor use. From 1080p LEDs to the brand new Sony 4K flat panel TVs, or come in to see the latest in sound bars and surround sound setups. Always the top name brands are found at Video Revolution. That same electronic expertise we also apply to your business communications network, from boardroom automation to video wall presentations. No matter what technology the future holds, you can count on Video Revolution to be leading the way. Tulsa's headquarters for the best selection and installation of cutting-edge electronics. Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hey, it's Stevie from Explore Tulsa with my friend and optometrist for many years, Dr. Robert Zellner. Tell everybody why it's so good to come in to see you.
Well, that's a great question. Let's see, we've got two great locations. We try to stay cutting edge at every point along the way because let's face it, everybody wants to come in and get taken care of in a timely fashion and get the latest, greatest stuff and save some money and get on with their life. And see clearly.
And if you don't believe it, look on the website.
Absolutely, drzellner.com. You can find that we have our two locations at 69th and Memorial and 3030 South Harvard, or you can give us a call at 749-2020 or 461-2020.
And I got 4 kids, and I gotta tell you, as a big family like that, it's affordable too.
Oh yes, and of course, the number one reason, you save some money. I mean, with our 2-pair specials, with our different unique packages that we put together, I mean, you can come in here and your money can go a lot farther than anywhere else.
And that's why with Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, seeing is believing.
Oh, I like that, Stevie. Well done.
Hi, and welcome back for more Explore Tulsa.
Hey Trish, you're a registered nurse, right?
Yeah, why?
What do you get when you cross a flu shot with a turtle?
I don't know, what?
A slow poke? Get it?
Yeah,
Get it?
I get it. But when you spend time with Peggy Kelley at Parkside Psychiatric Hospital, you don't have to worry about getting a flu shot, but you might just make a new friend or two.
It's something actually I never wanted to do. I wanted to be a marine biologist and an entomologist, which is studying bugs. But I found I have a knack for people talking to me, and I learned I'm a good listener, and that I liked helping people. This was back in the 80s, early 80s to mid 80s, and nobody really did anything with animals, and so and we didn't have computers then and the internet, so I just kind of asked around and went to the library a lot and looked at books and decided I would try out some animals and just spend some time with kids and teach them just how to be, and some adults as well. And then that kind of grew.
The kids really relate well to it. Some of the kids never have seen a guinea pig or a rabbit. So it really does kind of open up their world sometimes.
When kids first see the animals, they're so excited and so happy, and that's all they want to do. They just want to hold them, they want to pet them, they want to interact with them, and it's a good icebreaker. And then as they get calm and as they start talking about things in their life, then I can listen, and then it gives me the ability to get close enough that I can sense maybe if they're having some anxiety, depression, I can figure out what kind of questions to ask them.
If we have, shy kids and very outgoing kids, you can relate that to a group. We can talk about how we have a guinea pig that every time you walk in the room, she demands your attention. And then we have a cockroach that if you walk in the room, she hides under the rock. So whenever we get to just pull these two animals out, that who thought I'll talk about a cockroach? When we get to pull those out, the kids really start smiling. They're like, wow, that's really neat. It relaxes them also.
This is Henry, and Henry can work with anybody, with anything. He is very good at getting kids to be still. Barley is a super snuggler. He's more content right here. And when I have kids who are feeling really alone and really angry and feeling like nobody gets me, nobody understands me, and I know that's what I'm going to have a unit of or an individual with, that's who I take for that, because he will immediately go right here. When I have reptile people, the best one that I have right now is Amos. He's a bearded dragon with 3 legs. If you talk to him, he will cock his head and look at you like, really, really, you know, and so people love him. The adults love Medusi. She will go, I take her up there in like a cat carrier or dog carrier because of her size. They're in awe by how big she is, and then they're in awe by all of my turtles. All my animals will look you right in the eye, you know, because I want them to be comfortable and enjoy what they're doing. And she definitely does that. And they get so excited, she'll stretch her neck out, rub her right here, and then, you know, she'll go like this for them to do some more. I feel a little bit maybe like a forerunner in that I'm starting something, or not necessarily starting it, but adding to something, making it even bigger, even more. I'm excited that I'm being slowly allowed to add a wider variety of animals for people that are not ever going to make it to the zoo. They're not ever going to make it to the aquarium, but they can have that experience and see that and touch it. I think I've become a part of something bigger.
Peggy has what has to be the largest snail I've ever seen.
I loved Henry and all the other rabbits. They look so soft and friendly.
Now, according to Listverse, the top 5 most famous rabbits of all time are Roger Rabbit, the Trix Rabbit,
Tricks are for kids.
the White Rabbit from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Bugs Bunny, my personal favorite.
And let me guess, the Easter Bunny.
You always gotta steal the show, don't you? That was my big finish.
If you have a problem sharing or other mental health concerns, visit parksideinc.org.
Pets are a great icebreaker, but sometimes just getting outside can, you know, break me out of my shell.
Then you're in luck, because soon all of Tulsa will have an amazing park that is designed to be the envy of everyone in the country. And we'll have details on the official groundbreaking ceremony when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
It's football season, and we have a spectacular playbook here at Danny Beck Chevrolet with huge discounts, great rebates, 0%, and our playbook includes excellent customer satisfaction from the friendliest folks in town and the best service after the sale. Find new roads at Danny Beck Chevrolet. Don't be fooled by one of my competitors' trick plays. Remember, always go back for more.
Where were you on the night in question?
I was at Video Revolution. They're open till 7 Monday through Friday, 6 on Saturdays, and 5 on Sunday.
Is there anyone that can testify to the accuracy of your story?
Yeah. All the salespeople were caring and friendly, and they knew everything about home entertainment, all my home entertainment needs, and from HD TVs to camcorders and 3D TVs.
The evidence all points to Sony choosing Video Revolution for major growth as an Oklahoma independent retailer. Video Revolution even offers a 30-day lowest price money-back guarantee. The facts are evident, with features and prices you won't find at a big box store. My investigation is proof positive for the best service before and even after the sale. It would be a crime not to stop by Video Revolution.
Persimmon Hollow Flea Market Village. Shop 16 buildings on 3 acres, free admission, and parking's free too. Open every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Find us 1 block east of 71st and Garnett, behind the Salvation Army store.
If you love the outdoor river parks of T-Town, then you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa.
That's right, Stevie. In no time at all, Tulsans will have a new addition to the river parks that will attract people from all over to enjoy many outdoor fun activities.
On Saturday, September 20th, many of Oklahoma's most notables will be in town for the official Big Blowout and Woohoo Bash.
What Stevie's trying to say is that Governor Fallon and Mayor Bartlett will be on hand for the groundbreaking celebration, and we are all invited.
You know, George Kaiser always kind of felt, as he traveled around the world, that great cities had great central parks. And you know, while Tulsa has a number of really, really great parks, we don't really have that kind of park where lots of people can gather. And you know, we felt that, you know, with River Parks and the success that it has, and it's the #1 Reader's Choice park in our city, we really felt like we could leverage that success. You know, it's a long linear park with lots of trails, and it's all along the Arkansas River, and it's real beautiful. It connects a lot of our rural communities in with the city of Tulsa and our suburb communities. So we felt like leveraging that positive that River Parks has, and by creating kind of a larger amount of land alongside the river, was kind of the right direction to go. So it just happened that, you know, over a 3 or 4 year period of time, several pieces of property kind of became available for sale, and we were able to kind of knit all of those pieces together into what we think could be quite literally a great park. We had you know, nearly 10 public meetings with neighborhoods and with people all over the city. We had nearly 1,400 different individual ideas that the public brought to the process. We were able to we actually categorized each one of those pieces of input, and we actually looked at how we could make the park really what the public wanted. And believe it or not, a lot of the detail that you see in the park and the design and some of the features and programming all are from those public comments. We're really getting excited about the start of it, and you've already seen, if you've been around the site, the 8-foot construction chain link fences are going around the outside of the perimeter of the project. The groundbreaking celebration is on September 20th. So we have a lot of really exciting things in the month of September and October that get ready to kick off. Groundbreaking is going to be really a party for Tulsa. It's going to be a celebration. It's the first time that people will actually get to be on the site. You know, it's been private property pretty much since I was a little kid. I mean, and so people haven't been on it. We're going to have these really neat stanchions with pictures of the lodge and the boathouse and the Great Lawn in the places where those things are actually going to be on the site. So people will really get a kind of a feeling for how the playground's going to be set in the woods. You know, just all those little neat features. And then, of course, there'll be a big stage. We're going to have live music from 10 a.m. To 2 p.m. So all day on Saturday the 20th, there'll be a lot of music. And then we'll have a 30-minute groundbreaking ceremony at noon. And we expect to have, 3,000 to 5,000 people. So we're pretty excited. But it's a real momentous occasion for Tulsa to groundbreak on what will be probably one of the most iconic parks in our country. The transformation that's going to go on down there during the construction for the next 3 years will be unbelievable. Riverside Drive is getting widened. The little chicane that's real dangerous there, where the cars get real close together, and the big dip that goes under the pedestrian bridge, all that goes away. The roadway will have a 16-foot tree-line center median, so it'll seem like a parkway. Really iconic, like it should be for a community like Tulsa. And then the park itself, it'll be world-class. The amenities within it, the water gardens, the Blair Pond that goes through the center part of the park, the 5-acre adventure playground. Really, when you start to look at all the detailed amenities, there's just not another public park like it in the United States. And there's been a lot of talk about young professionals and what that next economy looks like, and how Tulsa is an aging population, and we need to keep our kids in Tulsa. And I really think this project is the kind of project, along with the things we're doing in Brady and downtown development, these are the kinds of things that are going to make our kids, want to stay in town.
That sounds like that party is going to be the best party ever. I better get my Frisbee cleaned.
To learn about parking and all the activities planned for Tulsa on September 20th, visit agatheringplacefortulsa.com.
When that place goes full-blown, there are going to be so many people. How are they going to be able to serve everyone drinks?
I think they have a pretty good idea, but we'll have to call on our friends at Stack Cup to come to the rescue.
What is the miracle plan that Trish has come up with? Will it truly be the answer to the spill-free thirst solution? The conclusion is just moments away when Explore Tulsa continues.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get 1 pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my 2-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
For Seven Hollow Flea Market Village, shop 16 buildings on 3 acres, free admission and parking's free too. Open every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Find us 1 block east of 71st and Garnett behind the Salvation Army store.
Listen up, fellow fathers who enjoy watching Explore Tulsa. It is often our duty to seek out our family's nourishment.
Oh, brother.
A daunting task that always requires more than 2 hands. Drinks, popcorn, candy, pretzels. A man can only handle so much, Trish.
That's why David Warden and local Sack Cup rep Ron Gibbons have introduced Tulsa to their new product at the recent Sooner Golden Hurricane game.
It's a miracle. Cups that practically carry themselves.
A buddy of mine that who's also an entrepreneur out of North Carolina called me and said, I got to show you this cup. You got to tell me what you think. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, this is brilliant. I love it. So we're bringing it to market now here in the U.S. Actually, the cup was invented in South Africa. A guy, engineer by trade, invented this cup. He was at a rugby game and thought there's got to be a better way to carry drinks than with drink carriers, that kind of thing. So he went back and designed this cup. He's got a worldwide patent on it, and we got exclusive rights to manufacture and sell the cup here in the U.S. If you were to just look at a picture of the cup, it's a cup with a handle. It doesn't tell you much, but where the light bulb goes off is whenever I hand you the second cup and I slide the handle of the second cup into the handle of the first cup and then keep going with the third, fourth, fifth. So you can carry as many drinks, full drinks, in one hand as you can physically hold. Matter of fact, the record, we saw a guy carry 43 full drinks in one hand. He walked across the street and back. He had a tall stack, but they were all in one hand. We're kind of promoting it as the world's perfect event cup. So that's kind of where we thought, okay, we'll go with, we'd love to get into NASCAR, any kind of event, golf tournaments, baseball, football, basketball, you name it, that kind of thing. So, but a lot of local bars, restaurants, that kind of thing started noticing the cup and decided, hey, we'd like to use these cups as well. So, and it's great too if you have a wait staff, whether it's a waiter or waitress, carrying 6 or 8 drinks to the table instead of trying to balance a tray. That one wait person can carry 6 or 8 drinks in one hand and walk up to the table. We actually have a stand that you just sit the drinks down into the stand, and it almost makes like a drink tree, if you will, and people can just grab their drinks off as they choose. What they're finding is at a concession stand, it's making the queue dwell times go down, so there's not as many people standing at a concession with a long line of people trying to get drinks. One person can go up and get 6 or 8 drinks. So the queue dwell times at a bar or at a concession stand have dropped, and they're seeing a huge increase in beverage sales, whether it's sodas or beer or whatever it is. They're seeing with this cup, they're seeing a huge increase in sales because the novelty of the cup. You don't want just one. You see how it's stacked. When you see somebody carrying 3, 4, 5, 6 drinks at a time, you think, well, I want 3, 4, 5 of them. So they go back and buy more. Even if they could get a cheap refill, they go back because they want more cups and they buy the cups. So that's, we think for the, your brand is going home with the consumer, because at every event we've done, we've never found one cup on the ground or in the trash can. So your brand is going home with the consumer. It's real exciting because we're just now bringing it to market, and just the feedback that we've gotten so far is huge. Again, everybody loves the cup, and so then their light bulb goes off and they start thinking, ooh, this is where I could use this cup. And so we're starting to get calls from people that, at first we were reaching out to a lot of people, and now we're starting to get some calls from them saying, hey, I saw your cup, I love it, I want it.
Why didn't they have stacked cups when my kids were little? You know how many buckets of popcorn I dumped trying to carry 6 drinks all in my arms at once?
Well, they have them now, and they are great for all events, charities, and just about any place that serves any kind of drink. To learn more, visit teambev.com.
Or give Ron Gibbons a call at 918-810-6058.
Stick around, there's more Explore Tulsa stacking up just ahead.
Hi, I'm Devin Dorney, and I'm here to tell you about the brand new Canon 70D. Well, one of the great things about the Canon 70D is that in this generation you actually have autofocus during video recording. That was one of the things that held back some of the original SLRs that did video. It's very difficult to do a home video or something like that when you had to pay attention to a manual focus. Now you have touchscreen controls and facial recognition that help you get the most out of your home video. It's an SLR, so it does both pictures and video. It takes 20.2 megapixel stills and wonderful video. This is a camera that everybody can be efficient with. It can be used for birthday parties on up to professional video products and professional photography products. Well, DSLRs offer you the opportunity to change your lenses and get different depths of field and different effects in your photography, and it gives you an opportunity to take some of those really gorgeous photos that you see wedding photographers and baby photographers taking, and you can do that with an inexpensive lens. It's really easy to do, and it makes everybody feel like a pro. The camera itself shoots broadcast quality HD video to a convenient SD card, which you can take out of the camera and plug right into your computer, pull the video off, and start editing. In fact, this camera does so much that there's really not enough time for me to tell you everything it can do. So why don't you come and visit me? I'm Devin Dorney. Come and visit at Video Revolution, and we can sit down and talk about the camera, and I can show you exactly how you can take great home videos and still photos on your own.
Be sure and join us next week when we take a look back to the 1930s in T-Town with the Tulsa Historical Society.
We want to thank all the volunteers, Mark Graham and Eric Drescher of Logan's Roadhouse, for all the great work each of you do for the Tulsa Area United Way.
Thanks too to Peggy Kelley for finding new ways to help reach so many more people at Parkside Hospital with her unique pet therapy. And to Jeff Stava and all of those helping to break ground at the gathering place for Tulsa.
Plus thanks to David Warden for introducing us to the new Stack Cup.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of the 2-pair for a $129 deal with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.